Hey everyone, first and foremost, I'd like to welcome you to the review and mention that timestamps are all available on the screen right now if you'd like to only view a certain part of the review. And a quick disclaimer, Huion did send me over this tablet of theirs to review, but they have not paid me or requested me to say anything specifically. This is still all my own opinion from using the product. If you like the review and have interest in the tablet, a link to purchase it is included in the description below. And a final note, I'm still working on my review formula. I've attempted to make this review more concise, but just as detailed as my previous one. Feedback is still greatly appreciated though. This is the Huion WH1409 V2 in its box. The first thing I immediately noticed was how massive it is. It completely dwarfs the HS610's box by comparison. Like most of Huion's modern packaging, accessing the tablet and accessories is very straightforward. All we need to do is cut the two Huion stickers on the edges of the bottom of the box and turn it around to lift it up. And wow, is this thing ever ridiculous. I knew this was a big tablet before I was even sent it, but I wasn't prepared for how large it actually is, and that's a good thing in my eyes. The presentation is lovely as I've come to expect from Huion's products, and it doesn't feel cluttered or frustrating. Once the tablet is removed, it reveals the accessories. The PW500 battery-free stylus, which is remarkably similar to the PW107 stylus of the HS610, and its accompanying base, which I must say I much prefer to that of the HS610. It feels a lot sturdier and is more premium, but it's expected at the higher price point. Twisting the base open reveals 10 replacement nibs, which is very generous, but I was unable to distinguish if it doubled as a nib removal tool. Additionally, there is a driver installation CD, which is mostly unnecessary, but still a good legacy item to include, an artist glove to improve the smoothness of your drawing experience, and the USB charging cable, since this is of course a wireless tablet. Flipping the tablet over reveals the wireless USB receiver, which must be plugged into your computer you wish to use with the tablet. My initial thoughts on the tablet stood consistent through my time using it. It feels very premium, it's heavy but not to an uncomfortable degree, the rubber feet on the bottom keep it in place even on my mouse pad, and it doesn't feel cheap in any noticeable way. The quality of the PW500 pen definitely feels higher end than the PW107 that comes with the HS610, and thankfully there's very little to no flex when handling the WH1409 V2. I was originally concerned that due to its size, it may feel a little bit flimsy, but after getting to handle it in person, I was no longer concerned about this. The surface of the tablet feels very slick, almost paper-like, although not as rough, and I don't even really need an artist glove to feel comfortable. The express keys have a tactile feel, and the LED indicator lights are clear even when my studio lights are blasting them. Really, overall it just feels like a premium product that I would be able to confidently take around with me without fear of it being too fragile with other items in my bag, and its size plus rigidity are sure to be great when drawing. My one complaint though is the wireless receiver. Now don't get me wrong, when testing it I found that it was actually incredibly reliable even when I moved the WH1409 V2 10 feet away from the receiver, and there was no noticeable latency, but I just wish that the tablet supported Bluetooth functionality over a physical receiver, or at least as a backup in case it were to get lost. I wouldn't knock points off for this, I just think that it's something that would be very nice to see from Huion in the next iteration of this product. And just an idea for you, Huion, I think that it would be pretty cool if you were able to link that Bluetooth support into Android. To my surprise, Huion's driver utility instantly recognized the WH1409 V2 as soon as I turned it on. I didn't need to install any drivers or update the existing ones, and I was immediately able to edit express keys and pressure. That being said, for those unfamiliar with Huion's driver installation, it's very straightforward. You simply just need to look up the tablet of your choice, and on Huion's website, the product pages include download links. An installation of the drivers is included in my previous review of their HS610. That being said, the drivers again have been completely flawless since I first started testing the WH1409 V2 and didn't require any adjustments whatsoever. When testing in Krita, Photoshop, and Clip Studio Paint, lines were very smooth and felt natural with the PW500 pen. I didn't experience any issues with the straight line test, and even tilt functionality was tested and working without any hassle. On top of all this, the pen's actual movement on the surface feels smooth and unrestricted, most accurately described as being similar to a ballpoint pen. And with that, we move on to the drawing experience, which was stellar. A common thing a lot of people seem to say is that you want the largest working area you can get on a tablet, which I certainly agree with. Small movements on the WH1409 V2, when the full active area is enabled, can be very precise, and due to the large size of it, if you're used to painting on large canvases, you may be more comfortable with the WH1409 V2 than with other products. As I previously mentioned, the biggest perk to me is just the amount of precision I'm able to get when I wouldn't otherwise have it, as well as more customization options. With the large overall active area, I can restrict it if I want to use small motion for larger effect, but with a small tablet I can't magically increase the active area. My view of the pen didn't change. I still felt that it was incredibly smooth and satisfying throughout, and I didn't really run into any driver issues whatsoever. I've used 7 different graphics tablets so far, including 2 from Wacom, and this one has by far been the smoothest and most pleasant. The HS610 for comparison feels mostly similar, although the surface is a bit more paper-like and of course not as large. If given the option, I would definitely pick the WH1409 V2 for its overall size. To summarize it briefly, this is my favorite graphics tablet I've used thus far. It feels very satisfying and natural. So, here are my final thoughts on the WH1409 V2. To my knowledge, it's currently the largest non-display graphics tablet that you can buy, and I definitely think it holds up to the $179 US price tag. It's often available with discount codes here on Amazon Canada that make the price of it even lower. If size matters for your workflow, I definitely think the WH1409 V2 is a no-brainer. My only complaint was that the tablet lacks Bluetooth and requires a specific USB receiver for wireless functionality. But this isn't really a big deal considering that the tablet has a dedicated holder built into it, and furthermore also works over USB as a backup option. And in the positives department, it has many. Solid build quality, nearly perfect drivers, a very comfortable pen and drawing surface, tilt support, a long battery life, as in the week I've had it, I haven't had to charge it once, and overall, a very premium feel. You definitely get what you pay for, and I recommend this tablet as it is hands down the single best non-display tablet I've ever used. If you aren't crazy about wireless support and the largest work area, or you want to save money, the HS610 is likely a better option for you, which I have a review for linked in the description. All that said, I will be answering questions in the comments below about this tablet whenever I can, so feel free to ask. A link to my Discord server and my Twitter can also be found down below, as well as a link to purchase the WH1409 V2 on Amazon. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.